And welcome everyone to another evening of evidential mediumship readings with Tammy. I had to think what the word was that you do for a second.
What do I do? Nobody really knows. No.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Come in and join us. If you're watching on any other platforms, hey, Joy. I know, isn't his background cool? I like it too so much. Good evening, Jason.
I'll give you guys an even bigger view of it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's very mystical, super mystical window. I like it. I'm just going to walk through it. I'm going to just see myself out your window.
Yeah, there we go.
Just kidding. Hey, Jessica. Good evening, all. Hey, Bethany. Everybody coming in, just know that if you're watching us from any other platforms other than YouTube, I can hear and see comments on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on my page, if you're watching anywhere else, come on over to the YouTube if you want a chance to have a free reading this evening. That is where I can see your comments and we can converse back and forth. Hey, Becky. Hey, sweetheart. Hello, Iron Bear. Let us know your name. Tell us where you guys are from. Kind of get acquainted with everyone this evening. Don't give me too much information about you, though, if you want a reading. Hey, Veronica. You guys are absolutely welcome. Hi, Mama. I see you. My mom's here. That's her. But yeah, you guys come on in. I'm going to be reading tonight. I am going to get as many people in as I can, absolutely. And I am an evidential medium. What that means is I go to the spirit world, I call upon my angels, my guides, my guardians, my God, and I ask them to basically help me to elevate my vibration. They lower theirs, I meet them in the middle, and I get evidential messages from the afterlife for you. So in doing this, just a few little quick rules tonight. And Michael, I just kind of took over, so I hope you don't mind. Like I just kind of went.
Oh no, you're fine. Because I was just gonna say, be advised. There's sometimes a lag between your response in the chat room being posted up to what's going on with the show. So
yes.
Don't think we're not seeing it. It may just not be showing up right away, but do make sure though, please, if you're getting a message, stay with us, because if you walk away, we don't know that, and we're gonna be like waiting for you to respond a little bit. So
Absolutely. So that's what I was just about to say too, is tonight, as we start getting started here and loved ones start coming in, I want you guys to know that if you can understand, 85-90% of what I'm saying, then this message could be for you. So if you're sitting back and you're saying, I'm not sure, it might be, it could reply, but it might not apply, go ahead and just let me know that this could be you. I have a candle. Everybody just saw that candle come on that I'm pointing to, right? This is a spirit candle. It's an EMF candle. And basically, what it does is when there is EMF, electromagnetic energy around it, it comes on, it goes off. I've already felt a gentleman come in. He is waiting. I know he's here. I've been telling him, hold up, we're about to get started. So the candle will go on and off just kind of on its own back there. That's just an added little thing. I am a paranormal investigator as well, so I like to just kind of do lots of different things. Hey there. Hey, Lori and Marcia. So I will get started here. I do want you to please don't miss your people. So what that means is if somebody starts, if I'm giving a message, you're feeling like, oh, this could be my dad, this could be my brother, this could be my mother, please just in the chat. That's how I can know that I'm communicating with someone and I've got someone that is actually making sense to you guys out there. So let me know in the chat. Yes, I think this could be me, but do not feed me information. So don't give me like, okay, yeah, that could be my dad and he died in Vietnam and he was X age and he did this and he had a heart attack. And please don't do that because that's my job to give you the evidence this evening. Okay. So also there's parallel readings. Sometimes it may be that I start a reading and you think I'm with you and you say so and someone else jumps in. They say, oh no, this is for me. Please note, there's something called postcards. There's something called parallel readings. What happens is the spirit world gets excited because when we start doing this, it's like, oh, you have a daughter? I have a daughter here. Oh my gosh, my daughter and your daughter were both born in May. Very cool. Like I'm going to get them a message. So they both start communicating. And so what happens is then I have to differentiate and I have to figure out who am I with. And I will do that to my utmost ability, but I need you guys to like be letting me know and answering the questions. So I know there is a delay, like Michael said, but just be patient with us. Get in the chat, let us know yes or no. This resonates, this doesn't resonate, and we'll get there. So first and foremost, I want to bring in this man. I have a man here. He keeps calling himself Pop. He keeps saying, my name's Pop. My name's Pop. I went by Pop. I don't know if that's like a papa or a papa dad, like Papa, but it's Pop. He's like, I went by Pop. And he feels like, I can tell you, and I'm sensing that he feels very burly. He feels like a bigger gentleman, and he kind of, he's coming in like he's he's had a very well-rounded life. He's had a super well-rounded life. He would have been older in age when he passed, like in his later 70s. And he does give me something with the heart, or the this side of his shoulder, the heart area. He's giving me I feel some, it's almost like an inflammation or an issue with that side, but it has to do with the heart. Would anyone understand a man with a heart issue and maybe went by Pop as a grandpa or a dad, lived into his later 70s? Thank you, Joy. You're a sweetheart.
Also, Tammy, it could be a nickname. Like
Yeah,
he
Pop
could
could
just
be
said,
it.
"Hey,
Pop.
just call me Pop."
Mm-hmm. He also would have definitely worked on cars because he keeps showing me older cars. He would have been mechanical. He definitely would have been mechanical. Do we have anyone yet that's saying anything? Nobody's replying to anything. Okay. You guys, if you think this could apply to you, then pop on in the chat. It's like I keep seeing this, like, I don't know why I keep hearing the word skylark. Is that a type of car?
It is a Buick, I believe.
And I keep seeing, like, around this gentleman, I keep seeing a lot of like baby blue, like the color baby blue. Hey, Jessica. Okay, Iron Bear is saying, yep, Buick. Do you understand? Okay, Iron Bear, I'm going to go to you right now really quick. Do you understand the baby blue color? with this person that's calling themselves Pop and would have worked on cars, somewhat mechanical, and has definitely has a Buick. And I keep hearing Skylark. I'm not sure if that was just his way to get me to Buick or if it was actually a Skylark. We'll give him a second to for him. I'm not sure who. Iron Bear, let me know your name so I can quit calling you Iron Bear. Also, the heart. He's taking you straight back to that heart again.
I just had an interesting vision, Tammy.
Uh huh.
What if the last car he was working on was a Skylark as a
Um,
mechanic?
yeah, I mean, we could, John. Hi, John. If we knew he was a mechanic or he was mechanically inclined, that would apply. But John hasn't said that yet, so I don't want to jump conclusions. Or
I think John was just saying that, yeah, Skylark is a Buick
oh,
vehicle.
he was just saying, "Yep." Okay, he might. Okay, nothing comes to mind. Okay, okay. So if that's true, and we're not yet with our sitter, then that's okay.
So Cheez Its just arrived in, and so we're looking Cheez It to see if somebody can take an older man nicknamed Pop, or he referred to as Pop, who was mechanically inclined, may have had a Skylark. Oh,
Oh, well, here we go.
Jessica.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I had a baby blue sky. Okay, this is Jessica. I want to, John Iron Bear. Let me know in the chat if Michael was right and you were just saying, "Yep, that's a Buick," in answer to the question, but that wasn't applying to you. Just let me know that for sure, please. And then Jessica, I need you to start listening, because this is, I mean, the baby blue Skylark. Those were very evidential pieces. Those were very specific pieces and I can't throw those out. I can't those I cannot get rid of. Those are very specific that he showed me. Um,
He says, "Yeah, I was just answering."
Perfect. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Okay, so Jessica, I want to come to you. Do you understand this? Would you understand calling somebody in your family calling your dad or your grandpa Pop or Papa and the heart issue and him being mechanical? And I mean, honestly, to me, this is definitely feeling more grandfather than father. Um, Grandfather. Yep, she just said it. Okay, perfect. Okay. I do believe, Jessica, if it's okay, I'd like to go ahead and work with you, honey, because I do feel like I'm working with you here. So go ahead and let me know too, Jessica. The Skylark, the baby blue Skylark, that was a very specific piece. When spirit comes in, they like to give me specific things like that, and the reason is it attaches to you. So it's definitely that was your first car. That meant a lot to you. That first car, your grandpa would have known that you had that first car. Congestive heart failure. Yes. Okay, perfect. And then that's the heart issue, and that's the inflammation that I'm feeling, because when we have inflammation of the heart muscle, what happens is we get congestive heart failure. It fills with fluid. That's exactly right. Okay, perfect. The car came from my grandpa. I love it. Your grandpa is coming through for you so amazingly right now. Perfect. Okay, we found our person, Michael. Yay. So, okay, Jessica. Yes, absolutely. This is Grandpa coming through. He is literally connecting that baby blue Skylark to you so perfectly. So, I'm going to just kind of go a little deeper with him now. You know, it's interesting too. I know we were talking to John earlier, but the name John keeps coming back to me. So I'm not sure what that is yet, if it's another person waiting in the wings here, or if we do have a John connection, Jessica, to your grandpa. Is there any John connection in your family, Jessica? And Jessica, he's just telling me, I'm sitting here listening to him. Um, he's actually kind of telling me, I don't think any John. Okay, I'm going to keep that to the side for a second. Your grandpa is talking about, I would have to say, based on what he just gave me, the information he made me feel as if you weren't there at the time of his passing. Does this make sense to you? I wasn't there. Okay. Yeah. Because he makes me feel like there's been a number of times you've been like late at night and stuff, and you'll think about your grandpa, and your grandpa was super special to you. Um, I almost, like, this is the craziest thing. He keeps showing me like almost like a wing, like taking you under his wing, like you as a little girl, like pulling you in tight and just having you kind of like under his wing. And when I see that, usually from the spirit world, I always think that this is someone that really adored you, that loved you, that comforted you, that brought you in and kept you safe and gave you a lot of like wisdom and love, and in a way that was educating you and teaching you, like he was your own dad in a sense. But he wasn't. He was grandpa. But there's a connection like this with him, like he was a father. Do you understand that?
She says he was like a father to me. He taught me everything I know.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So this baby blue skylark, I mean, he worked on cars, I feel like he was mechanical. And he's also giving me and imparting me with some knowledge that there's been a turn. There's been a change, or been like almost like an upheaval lately, where trying to um, you're trying to figure out whether you should start something new or stop something old. I'm not sure what this is. He taught me how to fix cars. Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. And he keeps telling me, you're this is not done. This is not done. Um that's his message to you. He doesn't want you to there's like a sense of frustration, or things aren't going like exactly as you had planned with something, and he keeps saying this is not done. This is not done. So I think you would understand this in a business sense, or something that has to do with like um, operate a career, or operating in a different format or a different way than you're used to.
She says trying to figure out some things with her health.
Okay. And he just keeps telling me, like, you're going to be fine. He keeps talking about, you're going to be fine. You have already fought this battle over and again. So I know you would have already fought this battle over and again. This is nothing new. This is kind of same for the course. So he's like, just stay your course. Stay your course and you will be okay.
She says, okay, yeah, some business things too. Lots of love or lots of laughs. I'm not sure on that part.
Okay. 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 Perfect. Oh, and I just realized, I just look at the name again. I'm like so off in another place. This is just Viscami. This is the same person that her whole family manipulated the last month's readings. Remember? I
Oh,
just
I
realized
do.
that.
I've been watching to see if it's gonna happen again.
I just realized that because I'm like so like in a different realm and place in my head. I didn't even really realize who I was talking to. I'm
And just a reminder, it's okay, Jessica, that happened.
uh-huh, totally. Yeah, it happens. It's okay. It's just a thing. Um, we never know who's coming through, and that's the whole point. I do, once I start get going though, I will try to like go direct and have people ask to speak to someone. I did that last time, and I thought that worked really really well. So, oh, okay. There is, there are two people coming in. Jess, I leave you with all that love from your beautiful grandpa and reminding you about that wonderful baby blue skylark.
Joy is pointing out your gorgeous pendant.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, and this is also a Jess Viscami original, so yeah, everybody has to let her know how beautiful her jewelry is and head on over to her. We should put the link in there like we did. I think we can maybe put the link in. Joy, can you grab the link and put it in there? I bet she
Or
can.
Jessica, if you have the link, can
Yeah,
you give
go
it
ahead
to
and put it.
us?
Okay, trying to think here because there's two people coming in, but they're opposition. They're opposition. I have a female and a male, and they're coming like from opposite sides.
I wonder if they're vying to see who's coming forward.
I want to, well, and sometimes when that happens and they come from opposite sides, it's because they're from mother's side, father's side.
Oh
So
yeah.
it could be that. Because typically, if it's like a separated situation, they can come together. I have had that happen, but most of the time, if it's a separated situation, they stand apart for me. So, but in this case, they're coming together like opposite sides. Um, but I want to go back to this. I want to go back to this John name again because the man is still here. He's still here. I still am getting this John connection. Um, he says he's a father. Um, Going on a limb here. Do we still have John Iron Bear in the comments in the chat? If so, can you tell me if your father's name is, if you're a junior, or if you're also, if your father's name or your grandfather was also a John?
He says yeah.
Okay.
I'm
See,
not
and
sure if that's yeah he's here or yeah
oh,
he
okay.
has
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Answer if you're no. Okay. Okay. There's something with a John. So I want to stay with this for a minute. But these two people that are coming in on the opposite sides, um, there's a I keep going to, okay, this is so odd. I keep going to, it's so weird. I keep going to the eighth, okay? The eighth of a month. And that would reside with a female person in spirit here. The eighth of a month. It's an important date for this person, either a passing or a birth date. Um, Not the eighth of this month, haven't gotten that far yet, but the eighth. Eighth is very strong, female. But then there's also a male.
Becky is saying my mom died April 8th.
Oh, okay. Okay, give me a second, Becky. I'm not sure yet. Um, there's a male as well, but this male is younger. Um, his energy is quite heavy. Um, and what I mean by that is he might have had some. Okay, interesting. He came in and he and the woman came in, and then he kind of like went around the woman and they began to dance. Okay.
Joey is asking about March 8th.
Okay. So Joy, continue to listen as well. I do feel like I have more than one here, so let me parse this out here for a moment. begin to dance.
Becky says it's probably my son if he is coming in with my mom.
Yeah, give me a minute, Becky, because there's something significant about this dance.
And Joy says I have a
Oh,
male and female. Both are March 8th birthday.
okay, okay, okay. Joy, you continue to listen. I do believe that there's multiple people here right now. I've got two scenarios going on. So, first and foremost, the mom and the younger son that came in, um, they came in and began to dance. The other two also came in, began to like do a different thing and move to the side for a second. So, hold, you guys both hold in here. Becky, I need to talk about this dance and what it meant. So, I don't know what this is related to mom and him, but he would it make sense if I said like he would run circles around your mom? He and what I mean by that is he kind of he gave her he could be known to have given her a hard time. That's really the I'm trying to be super nice. Would that make sense to you? That maybe he had a way of irritating her or coming in and just running circles around her in a sense. That's
She
a yeah.
says yes.
Okay. And it's like the way mom is giving this to me, like she's like, whew, he could be a lot to handle. He could be a lot to handle. So there was a sense with him of being very spontaneity, a lot of spontaneity, a lot of just spur of the moment. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Mom would have had a hard time like reining him in and keeping him from doing stuff because he's very spontaneous. She let him get away with everything. Okay, okay. And it's really cute, Becky, because I the way I'm seeing this dance now, I need you to know if he was ADHD. Perfect. Okay. Need you to know that's still his character, kind of sort of like how he's behaving. But mom is so large and in charge now. So that has actually flip flopped. Used to be mom couldn't like rein him in and keep control, and she's like, oh, he done got a prayer now. And it's really interesting because mom keeps sharing with me that while she was here, she had an inability. She would have had some sort of a cognitive thing like a dementia or a problem like in her later years with like keeping up or keeping things straight. Does this make sense to you about mom? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I mean, not perfect, but I always say that. I always say perfect because like the information is training, but I don't mean like I'm happy for that. Of course, I'm not. But so she's just letting me know she's with your son. Okay, number one, first and foremost, she is with your son, and she no longer is bound by her illnesses, her dementia. There was something with her, something definitely with okay, I've just got to go there. This reminds me of this. This is my paranormal story I have to share with you later, Michael. But this is totally gastrointestinal. There were issues with the intestines or the colon and like there were issues with that area of the body um, for mom. And as she got older and these things got way worse, I almost want to feel and say that like a sepsis set in to like the bladder, the kidneys, something in that gastrointestinal area. It was definitely like debilitating, and it just kept getting. It would get better, get worse, get better, get worse, get better, get worse. Does this make sense?
Yes. And then
Okay.
she says, yep.
And as a result of this, this is ultimately what ended up happening as well with mom. But it's crazy because like I see her being comforted and showered in love toward the end. I do see her in a place where she's getting assistance, she's getting help, be it a hospital or a nursing home. I do see her in a place of that nature, but I see family with her. I see her enclosed and engulfed in love. Would you understand that? It was called mega cold. Okay, so did have to do with the intestines. Okay, okay, okay. Um, and she keeps talking about the light. She keeps talking about the white light. I don't know if you would have seen a bright light or a flash of light, or there were uh, overhead lights in the room that would like kind of put off a glow or a glare. But this is definitely, she keeps talking about, I was in the light, I was in the light, I was in the light.
He says, "Yep, my brothers and grandparents."
Okay, okay, okay. And she's talking about this light even now, um, that it is illuminated. That's very much a part of her. This light. She talks about the fact that she went through some depression and some dark days, um, just not feeling well, not feeling herself, trying to continue to get up and do things that she needed to get done or do, and this would have even been before she was really sick, like just daily household activities and just not really able to do it. But she tried, and she keeps like telling me like she knows, that she tried, but there's something about like she could tend to sometimes come across in a mean way. Does this make sense?
100%.
Okay. And she just wants you to know that oh, for everything that she ever said that was short or curt to you, she apologizes. It wasn't because she was in pain. It was because she didn't feel good. It was because she was really kind of suffering inside, but she wasn't wanting everyone yet to really know, because she knew if everyone knew, and admitting it and opening up and just saying that, it was a step toward the end part, what ultimately happened. Does that make sense to you, Becky? I
He says,
know.
"I know."
Okay. Okay. And your son just said to me, he said, "Mommy, um, I'm sorry." Would you understand your son to have? Would you understand your son to be taking responsibility, partly for his passing?
She says,
Okay.
"Yes."
Okay. Um, because he has the biggest. I just have to share this with you, Becky. He has the biggest, brightest eyes. Um, yeah, hanging with wrong crowd. Um, it was definitely not a good thing for him. Um, and I need you to know, like, he looks at me now, and he has the biggest, brightest, shining eyes. And he says to me, he says, "My mama used to look in my eyes, and at did you see the candle go off?"
Yep.
She said, "My mama used to look in my eyes, and I was just that little boy. And then as I started hanging out with these wrong crowds, these people, my mom looked at me with worry." And he talks about that really, it broke his heart, because he saw the change, and he knows he's responsible for it. He knows that he's responsible for that part of yourself that kind of died inside, because he just wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. And he's very sorry that he didn't. And he loves you so much. But he needs you to know that his eyes are bright and they're beautiful, and he is beaming with energy. Um, he's not in that horrible place anymore. He has forgiven himself. He has, and he tells me that you have forgiven him too. He tells me that you've had many conversations at night with him and you have forgiven him. And he knows that. Bright blue. Yep. 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 Okay. Um, he says he's with your mom and he'll be there. He's waiting for you one day. But he said, Mama, you live your life. You live it bold and you live it bright because I have all the time in the world, and I don't want to see one day go by that you're not living your life like a shining diamond, a sparkling, wonderful, beautiful soul, because he knows you are.
Yeah, she says I did, and then she said like the ocean.
His eyes were like the ocean. Yeah, they're so bright and sparkly. It's amazing. Um, Full of life and love and happiness. There's nothing, because he brought that up for a very specific reason. He knew that when you used to look in his eyes had dulled. There was that spark was gone. That was what happened to him when he was overrun by substances and things that he was doing to himself. And he knows that you saw that and you watched the light go out in his eyes. You saw that go out. But he needs you to know that his beautiful bright blue eyes are back and he is whole and he is happy and he's with loved ones and he will be there. So I leave you with his love and thank you so much for letting me connect with your mom and your son tonight. Um, it was an honor. Thank you.
She's saying my mom got sepsis from the hospital neglecting a
Oh,
sore
there's
on her toe, but she did have megacolon.
that's where the sepsis comes in. Yeah, that would be it, Michael, because that's exactly right, Becky, because she was telling me that sepsis, that it turned to sepsis, like something was septic. So that would be exactly it. And again, I want to reiterate to anyone watching out there, when I talk about having feelings in my body or I talk about medical conditions that our loved ones actually had, this is not in any way representative of how they feel now. Okay. So it is never like that when they give me these clues, these hints, these things that they went through, it is just identification so that I can get to my correct sitter and I am giving the information to you adequately so that you can connect and understand that this is them. Um,
And also want to say we are not medical people, so
oh,
don't take what we're saying as medical advice either if that comes through.
See your physician. I only play a doctor on Holiday Inn commercials. Just kidding. Do you remember that?
I
Uh,
do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I need to go back because the eighth is still here. The eighth thing is still here. So I want to go back over to Joy. I think it was Joy that had the March 8th and a male and a female with birthdays, March 8th.
Becky is saying I felt it. I knew it was them.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times when I connect in with souls on this deep of a level, you will feel it. You will know it's your loved one. Um, I absolutely love when I get readings because I don't get to get readings very often. But when I get readings and someone brings them through, I mean, I feel it in my body. I know that's my dad. So I love that for you, Becky. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you, honey. Okay. March 8th, male, female, birthdays, March 8th. It's so funny because this male, female are very connected. Um, I keep seeing birthday parties, birthday parties, birthday parties, get togethers, get togethers, get togethers. Like this is a community. This is a family that you guys are to get that you love each other. They are constantly together. This is not like I don't feel like this is a male female like a mom and a dad. I feel like this is maybe like a husband and an uncle or a husband and an aunt. It's definitely it's not there. I feel like that maybe it is opposite sides. One on the husband side, one on the mom side, kind of thing. Joy, does that make sense to you? Okay. Waiting for her to reply, but I'm getting a little bit more, so I'm just making some notes, jotting. I do actually scribble and automatic write, so that's what I've been doing, guys, in case you wonder. Um, Joy, I I keep seeing a Christmas tree, but then I keep seeing an evergreen tree out in the nature like a Christmas tree, but I keep seeing both.
Oh, she just said dad and aunt.
Okay, so that was right. And that's the March 8th people, dad and aunt. Same
They had the
birthday.
same birthday, my mom's sister and my dad.
Okay, okay. Does the Christmas tree and an evergreen tree make sense to you? Because it's I don't know if I don't know if you went to a Christmas tree farm or you had a real tree that you brought in, like the kind, the evergreens that you go by that, they're actually real trees. But they keep talking about, like, I keep hearing like balsam fir and like all these words about trees and celebrations. And there's a special ornament. There's a special ornament.
She
Check
says
that.
yes.
Okay. There's a special ornament that gets hung on the tree, and it's so weird because I want to say it even has somebody's name on it. Um, hey Jen, I want to say this ornament has somebody's name on it, or it has a year and a date with a name. There may even be more than one. And then Joy, after I see this ornament, they're again all about family gatherings and the love and the coming together of the families. And I know a little bit about Joy. I know she lives up in, I think, Massachusetts. Not sure we love Christmas. Okay. There's something with a lighthouse. I don't know what lighthouse they're at. We don't have lighthouses in Oklahoma, but this is definitely a lighthouse. And there could have been a trip taken on this to this lighthouse. But it feels very, again, family oriented with some sort of a lighthouse. I see rocks, I see water. Um, and it seems like it's kind of cold or chilly too, because how I'm seeing them is they're a little bit bundled up. Um, not like heavy coats, but they are definitely have on like light jackets, if you will.
She
Not
says not sure of that with ornament.
okay.
I keep hearing Hallmark. I don't know if that's because they're getting ready for Christmas
Yeah,
releases.
I don't know. But it's weird because there's something to do with an ornament. But it's weird because Maine, we love to visit. Okay, okay. And is there a lighthouse up there in Maine that you have visited before? The lighthouse, is that specifically making sense about the lighthouse? Yes, for Master. Okay, perfect. Okay, okay. I don't want to let the ornament thing go, but I do. It's really it's strange. I keep seeing it like an ornament, but the reference I have for the ornament might be off because to me it's like gold. I have this ornament on my tree, and it's like this Oklahoma medallion, and it's like Native American. It has little feathers hanging from it, but it's like more like a seal. And that's kind of how this ornament looks. It's like got words on it. It's like a seal. But I'm also being told that dad in the military, Joy?
Yeah, very delayed in chat.
It is.
But she also said, not sure my aunt ever went, but dad and mom.
Okay. Well, that was dad giving me the image of the lighthouse, but
Ooh,
he's
I'm
the
getting
one
something
talking
in
to
my
me right
throat.
now. Hmm.
My throat is starting to get
Oh,
tickled.
sorry. So yeah, there's something with the military. Lots of lighthouses in Maine, right? There's something with your dad with the military. Just let me just have a yes if he's in the military. Um, the ornament that I'm seeing could actually be like a badge or some sort of a pin that he was given in the military because it's definitely metallic, and he was like he was such a great man. Like if I said had one word to say about him, he is showing me that he helped. So there's like this huge humanitarian side to him where he would just like drop what he was doing to help somebody. Like for instance, somebody's car got stuck in the snow. There he is. He's that type of person that was just no matter what, no matter how, he's going to try to help somebody out in a pinch in a situation. He was military, fire, and police. Okay, I think I knew about the fire, but I didn't know the military police. So okay,
You
um,
know, Tammy, the ornament could also be like, when you get like an ornament that has a truck on it and a tree sticking out the back, it's to remember a
oh,
trip.
uh,
And so it could be tying Christmas to a trip that was taken, and he's using the ornament to say this is when the trip was.
that could be too. Yeah, because he's definitely all about the holidays and being together with family. On the other side, everyone is still getting together. I don't know why. Interesting. Okay. Um, very interesting. Do you know the glasses that they would put like I keep wanting to say cognac and I don't know why, but like cognac, aren't they like kind of whiter glasses or something?
Brandy glasses.
Is it brandy? They're it's because he kept I don't know why he kept saying like cognac. Why is he saying cognac?
Isn't that also a cologne?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Constable. He was a constable. Okay, maybe that because I'm getting the con. He also passed
Oh,
on Christmas. He passed on Christmas Eve. Okay.
not military police. He was in the military a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was in the actual military a long time ago. Right.
He
Yes.
died
That's
Christmas
why
Eve.
Christmas is so important. Okay. Okay. What a horrible. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Um. And you would understand also with this, Joy, this was something that was not expected, or with one of the two of them it wasn't expected or it went quickly because they just snapped their fingers at me like it was a quick thing. It wasn't, in other words, there wasn't lingering, there wasn't a long time of like illness for months and months. It was pretty quick.
He says nope, would have had beer. So not the cognac.
Okay, but there's something about this dark color. Did he like a dark ale? Because he's showing me like a dark color.
Mhm.
Listen, there's something about his joy. There's something about did he wear Aunt died month before they shared Marte's birthday? Yeah. Did uh, did there's something on the wrist. This is your aunt, honey, that I'm talking about. Okay. Was she actually admitted to the hospital prior to her passing? Because she keeps showing me her, like this brace, like the hospital band on her wrist.
He fought really hard with cancer.
Okay. So I think when I said like it was kind of quick, I'm with the aunt. Not
Not
sure
sure
about
of
the
the
dark
beer.
ale. Okay. Yeah, so there's something with the wrist and the hospital band. She keeps showing me like it was annoying her. She was it was scratching her or getting like she I don't know why she's bringing this up. It's kind of cute, but also kind of funny. She's talking about like a something that she had to wear. Um, Either that or maybe she would have had like a medical bracelet or something that she had to wear, something that was necessary to be worn. And she just brought it up because she's like, I don't have that annoyance anymore. I don't have the annoyance. I don't have the annoyance.
Yes, Aunt was.
Okay. Okay. Um, would you understand? Uh, I keep seeing those flowers. Petunias. Petunias.
She wanted to die at home but had to be at hospital.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because she keeps showing me that she's kind of annoyed by that. She's just annoyed by having to wear this hospital thing. Um, the petunias. I don't know if she liked the color purple or you like the color purple, but there's definitely like a ton of purple surrounding her right now. And she talks about the purple, and she specifically gave me like the petunia, like those are those purple flowers. I mean, all different colors, I guess, but the ones I'm seeing are purple. They have a little bit of white, but they're kind of, um, pansy petunia, that kind of flower. She keeps showing me those flowers, and she talks about having had or at one point in time loving to garden. So that would have been something that would have been special to your aunt as well. And the March 8th, that is, that's definitely a time. Okay, I keep hearing this is just so interesting. Um, she keeps telling me like not only do you see numbers and things of that nature and times and things that remind you, but around that time every year there's a sense in your home that they're around. They're like it it's almost, let me just go back to the party thing, Joy. Mom purple. Oh, okay, mom is purple. Okay. Okay. There's a sense about that time every year around March 8th. And we got to go back to the party thing because it's almost like, when we were little kids and we would don those little silly party hats that have the stupid string under our chin and they snapped and it hurt. And she keeps showing me all of that. She keeps showing me like this little party scenario, like almost as if you continue year after year after year to like set up or make a little special celebration or a special little party for them on that day around March 8th. Does this make sense to you, Joy? Because she loves it. She is telling me that she absolutely adores you, that your aunt, you are you are always in her thoughts and prayers, and she is because and she watches over you because you are the one that is constantly like remembering and thinking about them and bringing their memories to the forefront. Does this make sense? Bye, Jason. Thanks for tuning in.
It's interesting you talk about the thing strapping the neck because
Yeah.
ever since this reading started,
You've been
my
feeling some of
throat has been
oh, your
like I
throat.
am coughing and drinking so much water because it's like something with the neck.
Well, it's there is something with the throat. Um, because mine is a little scratchy too. Um, but I think that might be another one coming in for me. Um, I just want to get Joy's reaction there and let this one kind of close off. You always think of them. Okay. Well, they are with you in spirit, love you to pieces, and love all the attention you always bring to them and thinking of them. So just know that they hear you when you speak to them, and just keep doing it, sweetheart. Thank you for letting me read for you. Um, okay, this next person is sharing with me immediately that they were involved in some sort of a fatal car accident.
She says Joyce has got 308 numbers a lot.
Okay. Yeah, numbers are a big thing. I know that numbers are a big thing. Um, and there's an eight in your 308 again. Fatal
Oh,
car.
Joyce said her aunt had COPD oxygen.
Okay, that could be a little bit of the stuffiness I'm feeling. Um, but this next person that's coming in, I feel like it was definitely a car accident, and I feel like that their airway was cut off or blocked. Don't start that.
Trying not to.
And I do feel a pain in my clavicle, in my chest area. To me, this feels as if a propelling motion forward, like an impact here, like here. Okay, you're welcome, Joy. Um, so like an impact to the upper chest area, neck, throat.
It's all right, Joy.
Oh, that's okay, Joy. Hi, Misty. If you're just joining us, Misty, and welcome back, Jason. Um, I'm reading right now. There's a person that's come in, definitely was involved in some sort of a fatal car accident. I feel that their airway ended up blocked, and there was an impact to the upper chest, neck, throat area, this area. Um, and they're sharing with me. Maybe there's and I'm not sure if this is their name yet or if this is someone that they know that's here, on our earth plane. But they're sharing with me that there would be a D name associated. Maybe a Don or and this feels like this feels a lot like a I don't if I said I don't feel like I was the car protected me. I don't feel like the car protected me. So it could have been motorcycle because I don't feel like there's walls around me. Like I don't feel like I'm actually enclosed. I feel like I'm more like exposed, if you will. So does anyone have a man in spirit? that would have been a motorcycle rider or had a motorcycle crash,
Or
impact
could have been
with,
ejected from the car.
correct, well, true. Impact with the upper chest throat area and issues with getting an airway, possibly an initial D for a name. And again, if you're on another channel and this is you and I can't see your comments, hop on over to YouTube, Writing Through the Unknown. He wants to communicate with a female. I can definitely tell you that. And I also keep seeing like a lake or, yeah, I mean, I think it's like a lake area. So if you can understand any of that at all for this gentleman, let me know that you can understand that. It needs to be, like I said, at least like 85% of it. And I know we have a lot of streaming that we're streaming out to, so it's also possible that somebody is watching from there. So I don't want someone to miss their message.
Oh, Bethany is asking, do you know about the age range?
Ages are so hard because I'm the worst judge of character on this, but I feel like I don't feel like they're super old for one. I would say late 30s, 40s.
But keep in mind, this could be how they're presenting themselves as well.
Exactly. I mean, it's just weird because they're making me feel like they're very mature now, but they're making me feel like they really weren't mature when this happened, which sometimes that indicates that it's a younger soul that has aged on the other side. Um, but it's there. Do you have Bethany? Is there a D name connection? Motorcycle, fatal accident, upper chest. If you have most of this, let me know, and I will focus my attention at you, and then I can pull that through quicker and better. Sorry, let me get a drink.
Bethany says, I know someone who died in a motorcycle accident with an A name, but went by a nickname.
Okay, but was that nickname with a D? Or do they have a relative that has a Don or a David or a D name? And I don't know why, but I just heard Darren when I said that out loud. So because that would be like an associated person, if not their name.
She says this person would have been around 40.
Yeah, okay. Because I was getting late 30s, early 40s, like 38, around there. So definitely kind of pay attention, Bethany. And it's really strange because,
Oh, she says nickname started with S. His daughter's middle name is Dawn.
okay, well, this, I know this message was trying to get to a female. Was the message was trying to get for a female? Oh, Dawn. That's hilarious. I said Dawn, Dawn, Dawn. Do you see what I'm saying?
I
They
do.
sound exactly alike. That because I'm hearing it. So that's absolutely probably who I'm with is Bethany right now. Okay, so the dawn is dawn. That makes sense. And I got tingles, so that's how my guides and angels let me know that that's you're on the right track. Keep going. So, okay, so we are with you, Bethany. Um, Although what I feel about this for you is I feel like this was kind of like a tragic thing, but I'm not. I feel like there was a. It's almost like this was like somebody that was a friend, not family, but a friend. Friends come through, they do. So don't worry about that so much. If it is a friend, um, do you understand the lake concept or being around or near a body of water for him? Oh, I just read her comment. She said, might not be me. It was my dad's best friend. No, it could very well be your dad's best friend and trying to get a message to his daughter, Dawn. Aw, Jason's sweet. He said, I'm a wealth of knowledge. I don't know what I'm a wealth of knowledge of, but okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. um, there's something with a body of water. He keeps eliciting to a body of water. Um, and it feels like a lake area. It really feels like a lake area. Um, I don't know why like Lake Texoma keeps coming to mind. I'm not sure what area Bethany's from. I'm not sure which dad, but there's a small lake outside of our hometown. My dad's best friend of 40 years. Okay, okay, because that lake is important to him, and I know that that lake is super important to him. Also, I can tell you that the message he's trying to get through, although he's trying to get this through to someone else through you, there is a reason he connected in tonight. And if this is your dad's best friend, um, there's a reason. Good old buddies.
She says, I'm from Sulphur Springs.
Okay.
I think that's Texas.
Is that Texas? Or is it Oklahoma or Texas?
I think it's, well, there could be one in Oklahoma, but I know of one in Texas over by Paris,
Okay.
Greenville area.
We'll let her tell us. Good. He just told me good old buddies, good old buddies, good old buddies. He keeps showing me, like riding motorcycles, like doing things out in nature. He keeps talking about connecting in a way that was like with nature.
She says Texas.
Okay.
I would be that southern good old boy.
Yeah, yeah. He keeps saying like good old buddies, good old buddies. 30 minutes
Yes,
from
30 minutes from Greenville. Okay.
okay, but there's a connection though with Dawn, Dawn and you. I don't. Did you guys do things when you were littler with your dads do things and you girls were present? Because he keeps showing me like that kind of like lake atmosphere or getting together and going boating or getting together and doing things. And there's something to with good old buddies. I keep wanting to say there's another man here, and I'm not sure if your dad has also passed, but it feels almost as if there's another man there with him, and I don't know the reluctance to come forward. He's a little bit. This other man is a little reluctant, um, and that's nothing on you. I think it's just trying to get the right connection. Let me know if your father is in spirit as well. Bethany?
She says,
We
we
would
went to our family's land that has a
have a pond.
pond,
Okay.
or had a pond.
Okay. What is the definitely there was I want to know if her father's in spirit because there's a man here also that is taught that's I didn't hear about my dad. Wait, I didn't hear that about my dad. Sorry, could you repeat that please? Okay, yes. Your dad is also in spirit. Answer that first. Your
My
dad
dad's still
alive.
alive.
Okay. There's another man in spirit here.
Well, his spirit could be there, even though he's
This
alive.
isn't her dad. This isn't her
Oh,
dad.
okay.
Um, there's something that was left undone with like he's wanting me to get this message to Dawn. There was something left undone, but you wouldn't. It's funny because like I don't know how I don't understand this dichotomy because he's acting like your families were really really close. Um, there's land. There's a piece of land. I don't know if this is a shared joint venture, if this is shared land. I don't understand but there's water. So this could be the pond area. There's something with the land itself being um, communal or a spot that you both like. Did your properties abut each other? Where was there adjacency? He keeps talking about the land, something on the land, and it's almost like okay, you know when you do those you know when they do those time capsule things, or you like put something and go back later and check it out or whatever.
All right.
It's kind of like that, but he's saying that there was something planted or something done, and it's still there, but needs resurrected, needs like attention. I don't know how this makes sense.
He says, extremely close. His daughter was young when he died. It was my cousin's family's land that we go to all the time.
Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure if that was like cousin's family's land and then y'all were close. So that it's very possible that there is something on that land that was placed there by this gentleman. And he's just wanting to get her a message to let her know that he's like, I don't think it's accessible anymore or it's able to get to be gotten to. But it really feels like he left something or did something or planted something or put something that he kind of wanted to be taken care of. They sold the property. Okay. Okay. You think they sold. Okay. Um, Also, Bethany, I need to let you know too that there's a grandmother here that comes in and she comes in kind of on the end of this and she just wants you to know that you are doing you are doing really well and there's a reason for her to say it that way. You are doing really well.
He says this would have been in the early 2000s.
Okay. How do you understand, Bethany? And this is just grandma. I think this is grandma coming in and telling me, how do you understand the red sparkly shoes, the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy with grandma?
Which side?
To me, this feels like mom's side.
This is, I'm not sure.
Do you understand the reference to Wizard of Oz and the red sparkly shoes and Dorothy and grandma at all? Either side? We're dressing up as Dorothy at Halloween.
Or the message of the red shoes in the Wizard of Oz?
Well, this wouldn't be. I'm not talking about your grandmother. I'm talking about for like you, like a memory of yours doing this, you doing this, but involving your grandmother. So there's stuff. There's a. She's coming in with this Wizard of Oz reference. Okay.
Not sure about the Wizard of Oz.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the chat? And Bethany, I thank you so much for letting him come through. And if you still speak with Dawn, you might just let her know he loves her and um, the importance about the lake area being significant, the pond area being significant, and that particular area is just a good memory for him. It's a good place of his love and his honesty and his trust and everything that he held dear to him during his life. I don't want to let this Wizard of Oz go because it's like grandma came in and I could be with the wrong person, so I don't want to like say for sure then that it was Bethany if she can't understand those pieces. Would someone in the chat understand the Wizard of Oz, grandmother, the red sparkly shoes, Dorothy dressing up, either dressing up as Dorothy or the name Dorothy?
Bethany says thank you.
You're welcome. Because she shows me the basket, the little wicker basket, and the blue and white check dress. She shows me the shoes. She shows me like the movie jacket cover, like the green emerald city movie jacket cover. Um, but the name, there's something about the name as well.
Joy says if the rainbow song from Wizard of Oz, then my grandmother.
Okay. Okay. Joy, do you have any tie or connection to a Dorothy or a Dot?
I actually have a Dorothy.
You do?
I do. She's not a grandma though.
Okay. Right. I know the song. Um, but there's something with the name as well. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, Becky. Becky said my aunt is Dottie. Okay. That might be. Um, well, and it's funny too because Joy got a reading and Becky already got a reading, and their loved ones have still not totally, dissipated or left they're still listening. So it could be that, Joy, take that as a postcard, definitely about, from your grandma from the Wizard of Oz. And then Becky, I want you to take it also as another postcard for grandmother coming in, or your aunt, I'm sorry, coming in, Dottie, because the Dorothy name is important. That is Dot, and Dot is what she was saying to me. They called her
Yeah.
Dot. Okay. Okay.
She collected all kinds of dolls. Her name is Dorothy,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
they called her Dottie.
Okay, perfect. But this is your aunt. Now I need to go further into that connection, Becky, because you say aunt, but was this aunt very grandmotherly to you? Did she do things more like a grandmother, and take care of you in that way? And that's okay, Joy. Uh, do you understand Becky too with Aunt Dottie? Do you understand a connection with her to gosh, I don't know what it's called, but it's that I don't know if she collected antiques or she had a collection, but I keep seeing like um, the glass. It's like a colored glass. Um,
She says, yeah, she was my dad's oldest sister. She actually helped raise my dad. And she says,
oh,
yes.
okay. So helping raise your father would have put her more like in a grandparent role. So that's why I think she's feeling grandmotherly to me because that would have kind of been her role. Okay, that's awesome. Um,
All kinds of stuff she collected.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I keep seeing the specific colored glass, and it's like I don't know. I'm sure these things all have a name, but I'm not into antiques. But it's the kind that's like the green glass and like the pink glass, and she would have had some specific pieces, and I don't feel like she would have used them. They would have been like, oh, this is special. This is special. Um, so she definitely wouldn't have used these pieces for except for very, 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 very special occasions.
She said,
Oh,
always feeding us in
yes,
carnival glass.
yes, that's what it's called. I could not remember what it was called. Perfect. Okay, very good. Carnival glass. Um, and she would have had specific pieces. I keep seeing. It's funny. I don't know why I keep seeing this, but did she have an ashtray?
Everything was special. She was OCD. And then Joy is saying glass shoes for hers.
Okay,
And Veronica said she had a
I saw
Dottie as well.
I saw that just now. Um, Dottie was so cool. For like I said, Dottie was so cool. The carnival glass. There's like I think there was like an ashtray.
Yeah, she says my uncle smoked like a chimney.
Okay, perfect. Because yeah, this ashtray. I'm just going to tell you. She mentioned the ashtray on purpose. The reason she mentioned the ashtray is because I think it was used, and I think it annoyed her to no end that he was using her dang ashtray, like because it was nice. It was a piece of her collection. Does this make sense? Thank you, Jason. That's sweet.
She
Yep.
says,
Okay.
yep.
Because it's so funny. Because I keep seeing this. I keep seeing like this. Like just somebody smoking. Like I don't see the whole person. I just see a hand. No, not her. Your whoever the male was. I
The
just
uncle.
yeah. I just see a hand, but I see her walking in and being like irritated that that's what is being used. Your uncle. Perfect. I was about to say uncle. I was about to say that. So yeah, I keep seeing just his hand and the ashtray and her being like, oh, why do you have to use that? Don't use that. I don't want you to use that. Oh, okay. That's perfect. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Um, and then she also was annoyed by him sometimes because he would ash places. He would get ashes places. Does this make sense as well? Oh, they're both in. Okay, wonderful. Well, he's with her. They're together. So know that because I am seeing his hand, and they're literally having a communication. They're talking to each other right now, and they're reminiscing these old times when they would, he would be like annoying her, and she would be cleaning up after his dirty messes.
Yes, any dirt, any mess.
Yep, yep, yep. Because she was spick and span. She was very, very, very spick and span. Um, and
Always.
okay, I have to just say this. Like, I don't know why she just showed me this, but it's funny. Um, she literally showed me like having a vacuum cleaner and like cleaning around him, like while he just sits there. She is very OCD. I think you said that. She's super OCD.
She said,
Um,
yes, ma'am.
Yep, yep. Okay, okay, perfect. Well, know that your uncle and your aunt are very much together. Are your aunt Dottie and your uncle are very much together.
Yeah. Becky's asking, do they have a message for my cousin? Yep.
Oh, okay. That was a big shift. Did you hear that in my house? Like I like the walls popped. There's definitely something coming. Give me a second. Hmm. Okay. Becky, has your cousin actually been recently looking for a new job or something with a job, or something with a career, something like trying to find their way? Because there's something, you heard that, John? Yeah. Um, there's something with a career, something with a choice that needs to be made, a change in career, a new job, finding a job, or just lost a job and are trying to find their way. Does this make sense, Becky, for your cousin? And I have another woman coming in too. So as soon as we hear back from her, I'll wrap this up and get this next woman in here. And then I think we're getting close to our time. She's
We're actually at an hour and a half.
yeah. Um, I want to do this last woman. It'll probably be quick, but uh, she's
She's,
coming in hot. So
she says
I
she doesn't work that much anymore. She is watching her granddaughter,
okay.
but she says I'll
Okay.
ask her.
Okay. Yeah, because there's something with like the thought of wanting to do something. Um, I don't know. I don't think this is regimented. Okay. So I don't feel like this is like a 9 to 5 job or this is like a big career. What I feel like is it's like something I'd like to do, but I don't know that I have the time or I don't know if I can make it happen. I don't know if I can switch. There's something holding her back, but there's something she's like wanting to do that she aspires to do that she is looking at and then she just kind of stops and cuts herself off all the time. And I need you to tell her to like try to maybe do whatever it is that she's aspiring to do. She needs to kind of like maybe try to take a piece of it or do a little bit because it's something her soul really needs. It's something she really wants to do. I don't even know what it could be. Knitting. I mean, it could be something really, really, really simple. But I know there's something that she's been contemplating or wanting to try to learn or do, and she just feels like she doesn't have the time or she can't make it happen. But there's a movement that's coming for her on this. So Becky, thank you again for letting me read for you, and I'll be interested for you to let me know about that.
It could be a trip too, like take a
Yeah,
trip
there's
somewhere.
a movement coming. But I feel like it's more around like something she wants to do, like in a career sense, or like I wanted to learn this or I wanted to try this kind of thing. Um, just because I know we're past time and all. This last woman, really quick. Um, this woman came in and she absolutely. I'm going to call her about that. I'm going to call. Okay, there's a woman that just came in. She came in fast. She just wanted me to give a younger woman a message. Um, I have felt this energy before. I do believe I know who this is, and that's why I wanted to bring this person through really, really fast before we end. Um,
Yeah, she can watch later.
yes, she can. There's this woman comes through, and she just tells me, um, she wants this person to know you are safe. Okay, you are safe. But she also talks about continuing on the right path. Um, Veronica, I want to come to you. I actually spoke with Veronica earlier today, and I know a little bit about Veronica. But this woman that comes in, I know the energy. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it or pretend like I don't know something about this person because I've read for her multiple times. Um, she wants you to know you are safe. You continue on the right path. You need to be an example and set an example. She keeps saying to me, she's so proud. She's so proud of you because you're setting an example, and you would understand this, and you're getting situated, and there might be like a couple of bumps in the road, she's telling me, where you might feel like you're having a hard time fitting in. You're having a hard time fitting in to certain people's visions of who they want you to be. She needs you to remember that you don't need to fit into anyone's box. You check your own box. You make your own destiny. You don't need to fit in and get along to keep being good and handling the things yourself. Does that make sense, sweetheart?
I'm kind of wondering too if this ties in because she said earlier that her solar plexus was going crazy.
Yeah. I that's why I said I can't leave this with she literally came in and just kind of bombarded me. Hey Kelly. Um, Veronica, if that makes sense, just you can just say yes in the chat, no big deal. But that's your message, sweetheart. And she came in very, very immediately and needed you to know that. So whatever's going on, where you're at, whatever you might be faced with, where somebody is being indifferent to you, or maybe they're looking or taking a second look at you and thinking like, maybe they're not necessarily as much of a friend as you maybe are putting into the relationship. Just know that you don't need to worry about that. You check your own box. You don't need to fit in to their box.
He says, yes, I feel like I'm having some trouble fitting in, but keeping positive and strong.
Perfect. Just keep it up. Mom knows she's got your back, and she says, "Hey, listen, you don't need to. You are not there for other people. You are there for you. So don't forget that. Don't lose sight of that. Keep that message with you the whole time." She says, "This too shall pass." And I know you know that phrase, but she says, "This too shall pass." And she means the situation where you're at, it's not going to be a lengthy time. Okay. So there's not going to be a ton of, like, this isn't going to go on forever. It's going to be a short stint, and then you're going to be right back to where you were. Okay, and moving forward and gaining speed and doing better things with your life. So please don't fit into people's boxes just to be liked. Okay, just do what you need to do. Always go back to self. Remember yourself. Remember why you're doing what you're doing, and keep that close to you. Okay. All
I
right.
just got an interesting thing, Tammy, if I can share for
Yeah.
Veronica. There's an Amanda Seyfried movie where she's like the daughter of this British noble or something, and she's visiting the family for the first time, and the British guy that's like trying to be her boyfriend delivers this line, why do you try to fit in when you were born to stand out? And they just showed me that scene of that movie.
Perfect. It's actually perfect because, like I said, I know a little of what's happening, and I'm telling you right now that is perfect because that's exactly what we're working on. That's exactly what we're doing. So amazing, amazing. I want to tell all of you tonight, we do this about once a month. We're going to pick our next date and we'll be doing it again. And I just want to actually thank all of you tonight for allowing me to read for you that got readings. Thank you, Michael, for hosting the show. Beautiful time. And I want to also say, most importantly, um, thank you guys for allowing me to do this and trusting me with your loved one's energy, because I know this isn't easy, and I know at times this can be difficult to open up and to even share. Um, and I just appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Veronica says, I'm proud to be different.
Exactly. You keep
Me
doing
too.
that. Well, thank you guys so much for tonight. I love you. Thank you, Mommy. That was sweet. Thank you, John. I appreciate everyone that was here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you guys again. And when we do this again, share this with your friends. Let them know. It's always a good time, and I hope I brought you comfort, joy, love, peace. And with that, have a wonderful evening.
Yes, and follow along Tammy's page and my YouTube page and my page, because that's where the next episode of this next month will be announced. So just keep following along and keep joining us as we enjoy this as much as you guys do. And also, I will share, Tammy and I get stuff out of this as well. And so we are grateful as much as you are for the messages that come through, because we get little tidbits too. And so thank you for sharing your journeys with us.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good
Bye.
night, everyone.